spent close to 4 years there, loved it, still love the company. And then I was burned out and I went to Mark Benioff. I said, I'm going to take some time off. And I got a painting studio in New York City. Cass, my wife, actually got it. And I was just miserable because I was bad at painting. I wasn't doing what I was put on this earth to do. I didn't have any sort of purpose, even though I was working on a series of paintings based on my entrepreneurial experience. And it was a good 3 years that I was looking for my way, which is why I jumped back into being a founder and started a company that ended up not working out and launching the venture fund and getting to the point where I was like, I work for a living. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's why I'm here. And the other thing that happens when you make money is other people start treating you very differently. I don't know if this was your experience. They think you're smarter. You somehow have changed their expectations, good or bad. We always pick up the bill. And we always, even when we didn't have money, we just think we love taking people out to dinner and treating when we can. I mean, now it's for some friends, you fight over the bill, whatever. But there are expectations from some about how you spend your money. A lot of inbound asks, a lot of inbound investment opportunities. Saying no is hard. We made a lot of bad investments because we weren't strong enough to say no to certain people who maybe have supported us in the past. And so it just took a little kind of getting back on our feet. However, it's these are first world problems, right? These are, you have all the issues in the world. They're awesome issues. We're talking about identity. We're not talking about how do I feed a family. We're talking about what do I do with my day versus how do I get out of bed because, I'm paralyzed. I have health issues, right? So we're constantly reminding ourselves that we're the luckiest people in the world. We have our health. We have great relationships, including our marriage. Cass and I work together. And no matter how down we get, and we got down just yesterday, we're like, man, we're doing so much shit that we literally stuff that we're doing with our businesses that we're like, how are we in this position that we're spending our time doing stuff that we really don't love? And then we come back and we just say, because we're entrepreneurs, we show up, we shovel shit. There is no just do the thing you love. You also have to tend to the store and tend to people and be present. And a lot of rich people, when they retire, they say I have one friend who just sold a bunch of medical practices, and he sold it below the market price to his partners, incidentally, and said, listen, I'm going to sell this to you for a steal. It was a lot of money, but still not top dollar. Our deal is you never call me. Don't call me for anything. I don't want to be involved. And what he realized is that his day was just had 40 of these medical practices. It was just doing the shoveling of shit, the grunt work, which had got him down after 60 years. He's an older gentleman. And having said that, if your biggest issues are finding your purpose, game on, because there are plenty of ways you can find your purpose, whether it's through philanthropy, new businesses, investing, giving back, teaching. We've looked at all of those.
So I didn't have the same kind of experience you did in terms of people changing how they treat me. When you sold your company, I'm sure there was press coverage because it was a large enough amount of money that people hear about it.
Yeah, the largest exit in New York City in 10 years when we sold.
Right. I made money very quietly and there was no press about it. And so nobody knew that anything had changed unless I told them. And the few people that I told were my parents, my brother, my wife. We were dating at the time. So she was with me when that business started to blow up. And I was like, oh, she's a good luck charm. I should keep her around.
Smart man.
And that's why we're married now. Of the few people, there's some friends that they know that I've made money, but they have no idea what the details are. But these are people I've known for 20, 30 years. And the people that know me that I've only known for a few years, from Vietnam or from Portugal, they don't know anything. They know I run a podcast. If any of them listen to the podcast, they'll hear me talk about it. But if they don't listen, which a lot of them didn't even know I had a podcast, which is fine. But basically, I just don't tell people. And I dress I live in I don't live in a fancy place. I don't have a car. I don't buy fancy things. So I dress like a middle class and I act like a middle class. I mean, they see, like, I go and I spend a few months in the US, I spend a few months in Portugal, I go to Japan. Like, they can see that I'm able to spend money, but nobody treats me any different. And I like it because I have a lot of friends that work for other people, and I like them and I like spending time with them. But I also have friends that run their own businesses. Some of them make millions of dollars a year, and others, they make less. But my goal has been, I want to keep my anonymity to the best that I can. Again, being on YouTube, how anonymous are you? But I can travel around and nobody knows who I am. I can make friends and nobody knows who I am. No, so I can kind of keep those things for myself.
Yeah, you're only 300 episodes in. Let's give it 2 years and people will recognize you everywhere on this globe. I've seen it before. You have it, whatever it is.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this insight, I've handpicked another video for you right here on the screen. For more actionable strategies that get you real results, hit subscribe.